Hey guys, devalmo here, and therefore the more excited with the channel. Today we will continue our React hooks tutorial. This time will be use callback. Don't forget to like and subscribe so I can know you are liking the content. A new video is up every other Saturday. Now we are here with the code. I need to explain how this code is working, and then I'll explain the importance of use callback and how it works. So there is a lot of things going on. I can close this. Okay, now we can see all the code just in this screen. So we can focus on, this is the function app, we can focus on our return. That is what's going on. Well, we have a div right here. This div has a style, and the style has theme. What is theme? Well, theme has only a background and a color. This is a CSS code. When dark is true, dark is this state, the background will be this kind of gray, and the font will be white. When it's false, the inverse will happen. So we can continue right here. We have the title, and now we have the input. What is this input? This input is this box right here. We are declaring that is a type number. The value will be number. We have an onChange. On this onChange, we are setting the value of number. Number is our state. So what we are doing is we are getting what is inside the input. We are transforming it in a number. Then we are pushing it into the state. Every time we change what is in the input, it will update our number state. Now we have our button. The button is this one right here. It serves the purpose of setting dark. Dark is a state. It is changing the value from true to false. That's only the one thing that this is doing. So what's the purpose of this? Well, this is so it is changing true to false, and right here when the value is true, this value will be running. When it's false, this value will be running. The same on the color line. Well, now we have a list. This list we are passing a property named getItems, and what is inside of it? Well, this is an array, and in this array there is only two values. Well, they are number. In this case, the number is in the input, and it is returning number +1 and number +2. So we can check the list. List, what is list? List is being imported. So we can see it right here. Well, we can focus on the return. We are mapping, meaning we are getting everything we are receiving, and we are doing what is inside of here for each item. So we are defining a key because every map needs to have a key, and now we are only writing the item. And that's what's going on. Well, we need to see that another thing is going on inside of here, which is we are having a use effect, And the use effect, we will have a console log. Every time the input change, which is when these two values will change, we'll have a console log saying array updated. Now we can see the code working. We can inspect it. We are going to console. Let's clear this. And every time we change this, the array will be updated. There is a problem, which is when I click change theme, you see all changes, all theme is changing, but the array is also updating. So how we can fix it? Well, we saw a similar thing with useMemo, but we can see right here how we can fix with useCallback. Now we need to import useCallback. useCallback. And we are going to use it. Now we are changing it. This will be inside of it. And the useCallback will be right here. useCallback be right here. And now in here we are defining when the useCallback will update. Basically, this will update only when the number changes. So we are returning this. So now we can see our code. When we click this, which is updating right here. Well, if we change the theme, as number is not changing, this will not be running. So the array updated should not have a new number. So we can see the theme is changing, this right here is not. So as we saw in the last video, you must be asking, so which is the difference between useCallback and useMemo? The difference is that useMemo is when you want a value being returned, and useCallback is used when you need a whole function. So something that we can do with useCallback that does not work with useMemo is use things like in properties. We can get right here in get items and pass a value. Let's pass 10. We are saving it. Now we are gonna use it. Let's copy this and paste it. Basically, we are getting that element that we just defined, and we are inserting it right here. When we save, then it should be a +10. And right here, this is something you can only use with useCallback and not with useMemo. If you arrived right here at the end of this video, say hello to me in the comment section. I really appreciate your time together. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And add me in social media, the links to it will be available in the description. Also, the code that we just did will be in the comment sections. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.